Inkie peeps, it's Adele from Inkie Quill and I have your June Inkie printable collection for this month. I have to say this, I know I say this all the time, but this one was really fun to make and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun using it because it's got lots of little bits and we all know how much I like little embellishments and bits and pieces. So today I'm also uploading at the same time as this video a DIY embellishment video, and some of the embellishments are in this month's collection. The embellishment video is using alcohol inks and punches to make little clusters, which I have been using in many projects. There's some still left over here. You'll see some in an upcoming sketch challenge, but I wanted to include them for you guys to use as well. So first up, we've got the art print, and this was a page that I completed in one of my bulk art journal catch-up videos, which I don't know if this video, I think this video has been uploaded and then there's one more still to come if I've got my scheduling correct. But I really liked this quote by Morgan Harper Nichols, and I just love the, I don't know, the contrast between having all of the text on one side and then this mass of stars that just kind of peters out. So I thought this would be fun to just put up on my inspiration wall behind me, but I also want to use this as a page in my next junk journal and just fold it in half and then use the back just as a white page. So that's always an idea. If I do art prints that are long and skinny, you can always fold them up and make them cards or book covers, or for your traveler's notebook inserts, anything that you have to squash in half, or a mini album, that would be fun as well. So there is the art print. I've uploaded it as a image file, as a JPEG, and then also already on a 8.5 by 11 white background, which is a bit smaller. So there's that one. Then I also have the journaling cards. So if you're a new Patreon peep, every month there is an art print, 2 pages of journaling cards, a page, a collage sheet page, and a printables page. This month you guys are getting, I think it's 5 extra pages, I think. I went a little bit cray-cray and I had to include them all. So here are your journaling cards. There's 2 pages. I always try to include a 4x6 as well. So we've got some of the backgrounds with the alcohol inks. I love this just as a filler card. Oh, we've gone out of focus. There we go. Just with some little splatters and things behind it, kind of pairing some digital editing as well as physical real life embellishments in that one. Here I did the quote smaller just because I thought it was it's just a nice quote to include on a week in project life or in your journal where things may not have gone to plan, or you might be feeling a little bit flat. It's just nice to remind yourself of that it's okay to have those times as well. As it doesn't always have to be bright and shiny and happy. It's okay to just be quiet and still for a little while. Then a journaling card here with lots of space down the bottom to write on. And then the second page, this would be really fun if you stuck a smaller photo on, or you could put a label across and add some journaling. I always try to include a few cards that have a lot of journaling space, because I know a lot of people like to add a lot of info in their PL or in journaling places. I meant to say journals, not journaling places. The baby brain peeps, it's happening. And then this one I thought would be a really cool weekly card to put your week in, or a photo. You could even just cover up that section with a 4x4 photo, whatever you like. It could also be a card front, actually. Yeah, that would be a really cool card front. So they are the journaling cards. And then there's 2 collage sheet pages for this month. So this is one of them, and it's a series of these little alcohol ink hearts, all different colors, pinks and oranges and blues, and even a little hint of lime green right down the bottom here. But my plan is to, I've printed a few of these out. I do want to cut one of them out, but The other one I want to use as a background paper and just stick my photo straight on there, so I might do that in the stream tomorrow. We'll see how we go. I also printed the same page, 2 copies per page and 4 copies per page. So it goes to show you that depending on what paper crafting you do, if you work in a smaller sized journal, or if you only do PL, these smaller sizes would be fantastic. You could still use the big sizes too. It just all depends as to how teeny weeny you like to go. And then this is the second collage sheet page. There's a lot of tags. I've got this bold strip down here that I want to use on a scrapbook layout, and then some more little hearts and bits and pieces. So what I did is I scanned all of the punched pieces that I had made into my scanner before I decorated them, before I filmed the embellishment video. So then I also included, as your printable for this month, 2 pages of done embellishments. They're all done. You could add to them, you could add enamel dots, you could add more stickers, tiny words, whatever you like. But if you love the look of DIY embellishments but you don't want to spend all of the time making them, or you just really like hearts and cute little bits and pieces, I thought these would be really handy. So here's this little sneak peek. If you haven't watched the DIY embellishment video that's up the same time as this yet, you get a sneak peek at what some of them look like. So there's that one. I freaking love these two. I am slightly hoarding them. I've got the original one here, so the original was a little bit bigger, but you can see the colors are basically the exact same. I have printed all of mine on just some really cheap, thin, glossy photo paper. I find that I get the best color with my printer with glossy photo paper. I do also print them on cardstock as well, but the color is a little bit more muted than what you would see here. So if your printer isn't behaving the way you want it to, have a little play with some photo paper if you can. And then this is the other sheet of little DIY embellies. So I plan to just grab my hole punch and punch those and put a little bit of twine in them. And there they are. I really like the size of this heart because it's smaller than, I shrunk it down than my usual size. I really want to try and find a punch that's that big. So they are 2 pages of printables, but then I also added 3 more because I just wanted to give you guys all the stuff this month as a thank you. I'm coming up to next month. I will have been on Patreon for 2 years, which is just mind-blowing. And I know a lot of you have been here from the very start, and I've had a lot of others come along the way. And I just wanted to say a big thank you and give you a few little extra things this month. So before I punched them, before I did anything, I scanned these onto my computer and then played around with them in Photoshop, added more paint splatters, added more colors, swirled the backgrounds, blended things out a little bit more. And so you've got some, I call these backgrounds. So this is background 1, and they're joined together in one image. You could cut them separately and use them as layering pieces. You could use them as card fronts. You could use them as tip-ins. You could use them as mini album. That would be perfect for a little mini album cover. It's totally up to you. So there's background 1. This one's background 2. These kind of remind me of like jellyfish blobbing along. I had a lot of fun playing with straws with the alcohol inks that I haven't tested out before. So here's this one. I'm trying to make sure I don't get that glare off my camera light. And then this is the final one with a few little pops of gold in there as well. I plan on, because this is a really big one, I want to use this as a, not a background page because it's not quite big enough, but I do want to use it as a bold piece to my layout. I don't know how, but I'll work out a way, work out something. So I hope you enjoyed the printables for June. All of the links are in just down below this post, except for the art print. The The art print is always in a separate post because I do have a Patreon tier that only has access to the art print and not the rest of the printables. So just make sure that you also copy that one. I'm a bit breathless. The old pregnancy has me a bit breathless today. I have been meaning to delete old printables for a very long time. It's been on my to-do list and I'm doing it. So if you haven't had a chance to go back and download old printables, I am working my way through and changing the featured tag to be Printables Download. So if you go to the Patreon homepage, on the left hand side, on my Inkie Quill Patreon homepage, on the left hand side there's a bit that says featured tags, and one of them should be Printables Download. If you click that, it will give you all of the posts where there's just the links to download all of the printables. So make sure that you go back and do those, because come July there will be 22 months worth deleted, and I'm only keeping 2 months up at a time. So I hope you've enjoyed these. Don't forget, I am live streaming tomorrow. I will be honest, peeps, I'm super nervous. I haven't done a live stream for, my voice just cracked a little bit there, that's how nervous I am. I haven't done a live stream for a year and I'm feeling rusty, so I'm going to need your help to get through it and make sure that I don't have a little nervous panic attack, but I should be alright. I hope. I've got chocolate, I've got garlic bread, I've got cups of tea. We should be good. I'm trying to work out what to work on. I do want to use some of these. I've been busy cutting some of these out on the couch tonight. So I do want to use some of these in a layout. Actually, I'll show you. I am so close to finishing 2018. It's not funny. Getting there so slowly. I've only got a couple of PL pages. Here's a sneak peek of some layouts that you'll see soon. I've got quite a lot of PL, but I don't want to just do PL, but I have got a few layouts and things that I want to do. Actually, I've got quite a few layouts, a few more than I thought. I won't get them all done in the stream, but I'm going to start off with scrapbooking because that's what gets me motivated, but that's all I've got left for 2018. Oh, I can do it. Not tomorrow, but I can work on it for June and July and hopefully get it done. But thank you for tuning in, and thanks again. Wow, we're out of focus. Here we go, coming back. Thanks again for your ongoing support over here on Patreon. It means that I can stay home with my family, and it really means that we can grow our family. If I didn't have Patreon, we wouldn't be having a baby this year. So you guys are really helping to bring the newest to me into the family. So thank you so much. I'm getting emotional, so I'm gonna go, and I love you all very much. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. If not, you can watch the replay when it uploads. YouTube does it automatically. It usually takes about 24 hours or so for YouTube to automatically upload the live stream to my channel. But yeah, I'll see you around, peeps.